Hey, Dave Martin here again. In this clip you're going to see JD and me using an orange whip in the Learning Center back in mid-February. We were planning on putting together this video series. We had no idea at the time, but we're going to experience quarantine and call it the quarantine workout. And at the end you're going to see me actually doing some orange whip work at home. JD's still in Columbus, but we're still working on this together, and hopefully you're enjoying it. Take care. By the way, you don't need an orange whip. Any sort of stick, particularly with a weight on the end, a golf club, would be just as good. You're working on rotational rhythms, balance rhythms, and just keep swinging. Take care. Be safe.
Now, many of you who have worked with me in the past know of my fondness for this crazy device called the Orange Whip. This was in the marketplace for several years before I really began to appreciate its value, and I really describe it as what I think is possibly the greatest training device in the history of golf. But in this case, we're going to recommend that you consider the Orange Whip as an ideal way to get your spring season started. I'm going to have JD swing this a few times, and we'll talk about exactly what he's trying to do. But we have a couple of these in the Learning Center. You're welcome to borrow them. They're in a golf bag by the desk over here. We have them for sale if you want to take one home. But what I recommend is that the ideal way to train through the winter and into the spring to get yourself going is really to swing the Orange Whip 25 to 40 times a day, and the last 5 swings we're looking for you to swing as hard as you possibly can. And we'll talk about why that is in a few moments. So JD, get us started nice and easy. All you're trying to do is find a rhythm. The crazy thing about the Orange Whip is that the flexible shaft and the weighted head really allow you to feel how to release the bottom of your stick at the right time. In addition to that, it's so awkwardly weighted that if you're prone to falling off balance, it's going to pull you off balance. So by naturally just swinging this, you're going to teach yourself how to stay in balance. And one of the greatest things that you could do for your golf game is figure out how to find your balance points before your swing, after your swing, in your swing, and you cannot be successful in any sporting activity without great balance. So JD, give me those last 5 as hard as you can now. Well, there's a swing of a young man that knows how to play golf. There. One more harder. Beautiful. So that's how you develop speed, and as you recognize there, JD stayed on balance with each of those swings. So he's got some skill. You could have skill too, you've just got to train it.
Don't let the sunshine fool you. It's about 35 degrees out in front of my garage here. Just trying to get some swings in and try to do this daily. You can see I'm not swinging nearly as hard as JD did, although I did ramp it up a couple at the very end. Just 10 swings, that's all you need. A couple times a day, golf club, orange whip, whatever you'd like.